Here we go again. Black on black attack once again. Hello, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Now today's review is for the brand new Netflix original comedy series, #BlackAF. The creator, Kenya Barris, also created Blackish, which is on regular TV. I'll be honest, I've never watched the show. I do not watch network TV, I just don't. If it ain't sports on TV, I ain't watching it. I'm all about Netflix, cable, stuff like that. I don't watch regular TV anymore at all. But I was curious about this show, even though I had no knowledge of the other shows from NBC and ABC and stuff like that. So I was like, I'll give it a watch. And then the reviews came out over the weekend. I was like, man, people are hating on this show. And then I seen the people that was hating, they look like me, black folks. This is all too common. Whenever somebody of color, a creator, director, writer, producer, singer, rapper, we criticize the hell out of each other and tear each other down. Sometimes it's justified, sometimes we just do it to do it. And sometimes we do it to get clickbait and likes. I mean, we live in a crazy ass society when we were slaves years ago, coming together to be one, and now we tear each other down to be separate. I don't get it. But anyway, I wanted to give this show a watch. And it stars also, what's her name? Rashida Jones, right? Yeah, Rashida Jones, she's in this show. And the controversy is kind of surrounded behind her. And I was like, what's the controversy about? Start reading the comments. I was like, I get it. She looks white. She don't look black enough to be in a show like this called Black AF. And I remember Rashida Jones years ago, way back on the Chappelle Show. One episode in particular called The Love Contract, where she's laying in bed with Dave Chappelle that was making out. And I remember saying, damn, that's a thick ass white girl, because her leg was draped over Dave Chappelle, right? You seen her thighs, her calf. I'm like, damn, that white girl is thick. It was a famous episode where you sign a love contract stating what you want to do, so you're not accused of rape. So we're gonna do oral, right? Yeah, we're gonna do each other, okay? And anal, if you do or not. She goes, definitely ain't going down with anal. He said, okay, check that box up, ain't doing that. Okay, sign the contract, now we can make out. Funny episode, and that's the one episode that's very famous for the Kobe situation, where he has a condom in his hand. He goes, Kobe, and he shoots the condom into the trash can because of what happened to him years ago in Colorado. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. So that's where I recognize her from. And then years later, I seen her on The Social Network, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Great movie. I'm like, man, that girl's coming up. She went from comedy to a serious drama. Then I did some research on her. Whoa, she directs, she writes, she produces. And she's very funny, and she's strikingly beautiful. Years after that, come to find out she's the daughter of Quincy Jones, the famous producer. Yeah, dude produced Michael Jackson, Motown. Dude is incredible. I'm like, whoa. So, okay, she's biracial. Black daddy, white mama. And Quincy Jones is pretty fair-skinned, very unique feature. So even though the black is in him, you really don't see it come across in her structure of her face and body. But man, I'm like, oh, okay, so she got some heritage in her. She was bound and destined to be great. So this show, I guess, is basically loosed off of the other show, Blackish, which is on TV. And, you know, you got a fair-skinned man married to a high yellow woman, got kids, and these people are very, very successful. In fact, the whole show is based upon Kenya's real-life situation with his wife and kids. I'm like, oh, this is pretty unique. And the unique thing about this, Kenya is not an actor. He is not a thespian. He is a creator, a writer. That's what he does best. But he took a page out of Tyler Perry's book. Hell, I'm going to get an extra check and act in my own show. And boy, it shows he is not an actor. Not tearing a man down, but you can tell he's not an actor. But there's 8 episodes. Each episode is about 30 minutes. With each subsequent episode, the man's acting ability gets a little bit better. So I give the man props. And the controversy is, with a title like that, the show is very whitewashed. Because let's face it, when you're black and you're rich, you do not act as black as people might want you to be. You go to fancy restaurants, you see a lot of white people there. You go to plays, you might go to opera, I don't know what you do. You're not the same black person from the hood, and that's the way it is and always will be. When you get rich, you get more white. And people don't like that. They down you for it, but if they happen to them, they wouldn't be tripping, right? So the show is loosely based off of that, and he has rich people problems, and he happens to be black. And they address the fact that she's biracial in the show, so I don't see what the controversy is all about. Man, us black folks can't get along for nothing. I grew up in the 80s when you had dark folks versus light-skinned folks. I remember those days. You ever seen School Days by Spike Lee? Come on. This thing has got to stop. You know, I was once told when I was a kid, if your mama black, you black. If your daddy black, you black. No matter what you mix with, whatever you mixed with, if there's black in there, you are that. You are black because everybody knows black is the dominant gene. It's not a recessive gene. It's the only gene in the human body that is not recessive. It's a dominant gene. So whatever little piece of black you got in you, you black. Trust me. People will let you know when they find out. It's just the way it is. But this show, the first episode, I had a hard time sitting through it. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't really all that funny. Now, the kids are great. It's well cast. The set pieces, the production is top notch. The show looks beautiful. Great camera work. And it's basically one of their daughters wants to go to film school. So she has to do a documentary on her family as a project to present to the school to go to film school. So she does on her family. Yeah, we're rich and we have these kind of problems and we're dysfunctional because of this reason. My mom looks white. She's not really, the typical black looking woman, but when she's tested, she's very, very black. The father, he's funny. He has a problem. He's always addressing slavery. He's one of those light-skinned black men that's always finding a reason to be mad at white folks. When the reason is, it's not always the white people that's looking at us funny. Sometimes we make them look at us funny. Now, some of our problems are self-inflicted, black folks. You gotta admit it. We go out sometimes in public, we act a fool. Even when we got money, a lot of rappers go to these places, act a plum fool. You ended on TMZ, and that's your legacy. Because you got money don't mean you need to act your age and your color. You gotta behave no matter what, because eyes are always on you, and not just white eyes. But this show, wow, I didn't laugh a whole lot. I love the kids. A beautiful cast. Lots of cameos from famous people. You know, Mike Epps shows up in an episode. He's pretty funny. He didn't have a whole lot to do, but he was funny. But when the show was based around the kids and Rashida Jones, it's funnier. Kenya, he's a talented man, you can tell, but he doesn't have the chops just yet to be a leading man in a show like this. Hey, Netflix gave up the money. Hey, the man's rich, he's paid. I ain't mad at him. And I supported the show. I watched it over the weekend. It's not great and it's not terrible, but sometimes black folks need a reason to be upset. And this is a show that would do that. Because for one, if you ain't rich, you don't like the show. If you dark-skinned, and you see all these light-skinned people on the show having success, you're not going to be happy. It's silly how we act towards our own. Then we got the nerve to go online and media and bash one each other when we try to get success. You know, I'm technically would talk about a show how I feel about it, but I don't get all personal and bash a show and call it. You will never hear me use the word trash. I never ever call a movie trash, because millions of dollars go into production of these movies, whether it's the writing, the producing, the acting. If it comes out bad, it just comes out bad. But when you say the word trash, that's a harsh statement. Somebody come to your channel and watch one of your videos they put all this work into, and editing and color and special effects. Man, that video was trash. Your feelings will be hurt. You might act like it's not hurt, but your feelings will be hurt. So I try to critically talk about films the best way that I can and find the positive in everything, because there's positivity in everything that's produced on this earth. You got to just look for it and find it. And the show #BlackAF, give it a watch. Comedy is definitely subjective, because what makes me laugh might not make you laugh. Now, I didn't laugh a whole lot. I thought Rashida Jones is the funniest character in the whole show. I love the kids. Kenya has some growing to do, but I'm happy for him and I'm proud of him that he got a Netflix deal and he's doing the damn thing. So check it out. If you got Netflix, you got some quarantine time on your hands, give it a watch. Until next time, be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and leave your comments down low. Until next time, hey, it's just my point of view. Hello, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Today's reviews for the next Hello. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Without you, there's no me. And do us a favor, stop by the website at www.blacktastic.net and pick up some merchandise. Get yourself a hat or pick up a t-shirt. It's things like that that help keep the channel going. And also, feel free to leave a donation on the home page at www.blacktastic.net. Thank you all so much. Again, you make this so much fun. Without you, there's no me. Until next time, see you later.